Alright guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make an Among Us character that fills your page completely. And you can do this on any size piece of paper. I'm using an index, but what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of paper, a pencil to draw with, a black marker or Sharpie marker, and a colored marker to color with at the end. So let's get right to it. The first step, so the first thing we're going to draw is the body. And what we're going to do is we are going to draw a guideline for the top and the bottom of the body. So I'm just going to draw my first guideline, the top guideline, right at the top of my paper. And then I'm going to go down towards the bottom. I want to make sure I leave some room. So I'm going to just draw it about 3/4 of the way to the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to draw my little guideline for the bottom. All right. So here's the top guideline, and here's the bottom guideline. And we want to remember that the top of our Among Us character is a little bit smaller than the bottom of the body. So we want to make sure our guidelines kind of are mimicking that. And that's once we have our guidelines, we're just going to connect them on the sides. And let's remember that on the Among Us characters, the sides of the bodies are kind of like, they're not straight lines, they're sort of curved. So we want to do a small curved line, and we're just connecting those two guidelines that we drew for the top and the bottom. All right. And because we're working in pencil, we can adjust and erase our lines as we need it. So if I want to make my top a little bit more curved, that's what I did. And I'm going to erase that line. All right. So now is the eyeglass. And the eyeglass, we're going to do the same way. We are going to draw a top and a bottom guideline where we want our eyeglass to be. And then I also, for circles, I like to draw the sides as well. So I'm going to draw a side guidelines on the sides. And then just like the body, the next step is to connect those guidelines and make the eyeglass. And when I'm drawing, sometimes instead of drawing one long line, I like to do short, tiny strokes. And that way it's easier to adjust and curve. And I can always erase those lines after I'm done. And now for the feet, we are going to draw our guidelines. So the first guideline for the feet that I like to draw is the bottom. Where are my feet going to end? Right there. And then the middle. So where do the feet come together? It's the two legs. So you're drawing two legs. You want to make sure that they look like legs. So we're going to draw the middle line. And now I'm going to draw two lines on the sides for the sides of the legs, but they're not going to go as far down as the middle line, because now what we're going to do, now that we have our guidelines, is we're going to connect the feet. And I'm just going to draw some curved lines on each side that connect and meet in the middle. And once I get those, I can say like, okay, that looks really good. I'm going to just do some minor adjustments. And then I'm going to erase some of my guidelines. So erase some of these lines in the middle here. And then what I like to do is erase the top half of my middle guideline, and it makes it look a little bit more realistic. And now you've drawn your Among Us character, and you are ready to outline it and color it in.